pricey, but they look great. Need more hair strokes. It's too much space in between. Juicy bitch too. Miss Lynn, why are they always so square at the front?
Don't even.
Oh, that hurts my feelings. That one's mean. Get ready with us for work. We came in early this morning so we could read some comments that we've been getting on social media. Some of them are
comments.
Some of them are mean, some of them are funny.
And just questions in general. We're also going to be talking about our skincare and makeup that we do because we always get questions about it.
So something we've been loving and using quite a bit of is our Hydrenity. I think I've been using this for how long now? Since Dr. Y. They're the ones who introduced it to us. Months? I think it's almost a year.
Is it?
Maybe, because I've already gone through like 3 of these. The whole set. I actually use the whole set. I use everything from the cleanser to the moisturizer. I'm gonna go ahead and put my sunscreen. I usually and have for years been using the Elta MD. I got this, I guess it's like trial size Sun Better from Skin Better Science. Kind of goes on like mud.
Favorite is this one, the Isden. Did you know that the amount of sunscreen you're supposed to put on is 2 fingers? Like,
I did not know, but that's what I did.
Well, no, like the
oh,
whole
that
finger.
much?
Yes. That's how much sunscreen you're supposed to put on.
I thought you were supposed to use 2 fingers. I was like, I did 2 fingers.
No. It's that light right after it's done. It's going to heal light gray, almost no pigment left, and you'll hate it. Ask me how I know.
How do you know, Tanya? How do you know? When I read this comment, I actually was like, is that a client of ours? So I went to like search. She doesn't even live in Georgia. Permanent makeup isn't all the same. Just because you've had a bad experience, it doesn't mean that everyone has a bad experience. It doesn't have to be dark to not be gray. Actually, it's very much the opposite. If it's really dark, you're probably gonna turn gray. Really just picking the right color is important to not turn gray. Can people turn gray? Yes, they can turn gray.
Keep in mind that it might look light on camera, but
it doesn't look light in person.
A lot of times it's so hard for us. Like, we'll literally finish an eyebrow and then we will record it and it looks totally different on camera. So it's still a great before and after. Start out safe with the size and the color. The first time we do someone's brows, if it's light,
we go darker later. We can always go bigger and modify as we go. A lot of the choices of what was done on the eyebrows, the client's choice. It isn't always ours. It isn't always the most popular choice, but they are entitled to get whatever it is that they are comfortable with, and we're here to just make your brow dreams come true. I'm using, my foundation today is the Sublimage Chanel foundation.
And mine is also Chanel, a little less bougie. Mine's the Aqua Lumiere.
I'm older.
Vita Lumiere. I like a lighter coverage, and she likes a little bit more coverage.
Yes, this one's definitely like for more mature skin. I usually do my foundations with my finger first, and then I buff it out either with a brush or the beauty blender. Like it sucks up all the product.
I prefer a brush versus a beauty blender, and I have, I think, like a sensory thing. I don't like, other than like sunscreen and skincare, I hate makeup on my fingers.
A little pricey, but they look great.
Well,
I don't think that's a mean comment anyway. I don't think it's necessary.
Well, there's that saying, you get what you pay for.
If you guys go check out people's price, we're not pricey. We're very average. There are people who charge a lot less, but they do not have our experience. They're not as good as we are. There's people who charge a lot more, and they're also not as good as we are.
Hoping she sees this and regrets her choice, because WTF. And then the client whose brows we did, and she did see it, she goes,
I'm still obsessed. She sees what? Your comment? She's gonna change her mind when she sees her comment? She regrets what? Looking much better? I'm confused. What she's gonna regret. So Teresa took time out of her day to say locked Botox in her forehead.
Teresa.
Some people of a certain age, they really just don't ever know how to put a sentence together. I think it's really awesome that we get comments in general, whether it's funny, questions, hate. Please comment. It helps the video get more views and the engagement. Yes, comment. I don't really care. I feel like we're kind of cool if anybody's actually hating on it.
Yeah, we've made it. If you Teresa, don't want to get Botox, which valid.
You're very entitled
Totally
to that
fine.
choice.
People decide to start aging and accept it, and then some people want to feel their best and they decide to do something about it. Why is that a problem? And why do you feel the need to comment on it? Because
your skin was flawless.
It was.
Your skin was gorgeous.
what if we went to someone who didn't get Botox and said something like, you need Botox?
Ew, look at all your wrinkles.
It's the same thing, but
It's
the opposite.
mean.
And unnecessary. We also want to address this question that we get probably more than any other question
On Facebook though.
on Facebook. Where are we located?
We're here. We're in Georgia. We're in Johns Creek. You know where you can also see? On our website.
Yes, and on the
Or-
profile.
On the profile.
Just go to our profile.
Or you can even put Browse Emily on Google Maps. And guess what?
We'll come right up. It's a lot more work to ask where we're located versus
look it
just
up.
versus just clicking on the person's profile. Millie and I are obsessed with this Mario palette. It's our
I have
go-to
both.
every day.
Look at what Anna said.
No.
Yes. I
No.
was gonna cuss. But I'm confused. Is it no? No to the before, no to the after?
No to the procedure in general, which, okay.
Yes.
Don't do it, baby.
No. Miss Lynn, why are they always so square at the front?
Mm-mm. Don't even. Don't even come for me.
She got a ton of likes.
Oh, she got 21 likes. Guys,
Well,
we
it's
do not
Facebook
make-
people.
Yeah.
My favorite bronzer of all time.
This is I'm lighter than her, and this one is Pat McGrath Labs. I love this bronzer. Color is literally so perfect for me. Look at that. Such a pretty color.
The color doesn't last a year or two. It turns grayish blue. No,
Well,
it doesn't.
No.
No, it doesn't.
If you use the wrong color, it
If you use the wrong color, if you sit in the sun every day and you never ever wear sunscreen, if the artist that you go to doesn't know what they're doing. When I look back at my work from 10 years ago, 7 years ago even, there are a few cases where the client is very light and I try to match their eyebrows and I went too dark. With time they went gray. That does happen. So I mean, I did that to your brows.
Yeah.
But it can be fixed. But it's not something we also do anymore.
Our favorite blush is this Chanel.
Oh, you have it too?
I do. Healthy Pink.
Oh, it's so glowy.
Mm-hmm.
Not pretty, too angular.
Every brow that we do, we custom draw a shape to fit the person's face.
Bone structure, facial features.
Like your actual skull tells us where to work.
Also, like where your hair is. If your hair grows like this or high, I'm not gonna like remove your eyebrows and start over. If that person's eyebrow was angular, it's gonna stay angular. They all look the same. Oh, that hurts my feelings. Okay,
Yeah.
that one's mean. That one is not okay.
Yeah.
They do not look all the same. They do not look all the same.
No.
Very different. On our page, like our brows do not all look the same. Like a fingerprint, you know, the pattern.
I also want to take a second to talk about this brow pencil. It's the NYX Blade and Shade. Got it a couple days ago. It is one of the thinnest pencils I've ever seen. You can draw in
Is it better than
little...
$1 billion?
Huh?
Better than $1 billion brow? The one I use in my room.
Oh, yes. I like it better. Microblading does not replace you having to fill in your brows a little bit.
Microblading is horrible, Eleanor. I prefer tattooing.
Okay, go get a tattoo. She prefers a solid block tattoo. So baby, go get a tattoo.
Good job. It doesn't look like electrical tape. No, it doesn't. But you know who likes electrical tape? Eleanor. Glad there's like something for everybody. Slightly thicker would have been better. Maybe for you, but that's what the client wanted. Sandy.
Terrible.
Terrible. Needs more hair strokes. It's too much space in between. No, it would not have been better to add more hair strokes. You know why? When you guys see microblading where the hairs are put in really, really close together, you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna become a solid blob over time.
Love the shape, but it would have been better if the color was an ashy taupe.
We get a lot of comments on clients or people that say the color's off. So the color we pick has to oxidize and have a chemical reaction with the blood, and then over a little bit of time, the color heals, you have the end result. What you're seeing isn't exactly how they're gonna stay. We don't see the end results with clients. We see people come in for a touch-up and then their brows are perfect, and they come in a year or two later with already needing a touch-up. So we actually don't ever see our finished product 100%.
And the color heals under the skin, so it is important to go like a little bit warmer. Once it goes ashy, it's really hard to correct. There is a chance that the healed product will be
Ashy.
slightly ashy.
Like for people who do hair, for example, they always are fighting with hairs. If they're doing blondes, they're always fighting to make sure that their clients don't turn brassy. Why the hell are you touching your hair? Where do you think I get the hair strokes from?
What?
You know that video that we did that it's just pretend, where I'm doing like moms and I go like this?
She's talking about because you're doing permanent makeup and you're touching your hair.
Yeah, but it's fake.
Yeah.
My joke is, where do we get the hair from?
Yeah, we've gotten that before. We finished the client and she was like, oh, where did the hair come from? You're like, well, that's how you know you've done your job right.
Why did she do this? Because she wanted to and she could afford it. Just because you can't, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't.
Don't be mean.
I'd be terrified too. You should. Why did she do this?
For content, obviously. I have this cute little fan that I use to set my makeup. Look at this.
I literally have been just talking because I've been done with I do my makeup in literally 5 minutes.
I hope this video turns out funny.
And you guys take a joke.
Yes, nothing we're saying.
Serious.
Like it's nothing's that serious, to be completely honest.
If you love and support us, please.
Which is so much more.
Oh my gosh, it's so much more. Do take a minute to comment and give us support and say something.
Engagement really helps boost our page. Clients come to see us like once a year. So we do need clients all the time.
We love you guys.
Talk about it.
Somebody said once in a video that my brows were too long and I was like, oh my God, duh.
But I told you that.
I know, but it took somebody
on the internet
to tell me.
Okay.
For me to listen.
We love you
all.
all.
Have a great day, you guys. Love you.
Bye.